Hey everyone, it's time for the Week 5 ForrestLand MishMash Fantasy Football League recap. The theme for this week, two themes. We have the bye weeks upon us. A couple teams really hurt by the byes, having a lot of players on byes. I look at it, two ways. I sort of like having all my guys on byes one week and just get it out of the way. Maybe lose one or two games and then just get your guys back in and win the rest. So that's my thing. Excuse me. So I have no problems with getting tons of people on byes. So a couple teams did have that. But really the big story of the week was three teams made big statements. First team is the Virginia Vikings, defeating the lowly Idaho Darth Taters to go to 5-0. Obviously beating the Darth Taters, not so much of a big deal there. But the story is Art's team, who early in the season got a little bit lucky with some low-scoring wins, made a real big statement, scoring 188 points to go to 5-0 in the MASH division. So props to Art there. That's why you keep playing, because you win a couple close, low-scoring games, and the next thing you know, your team comes together and starts scoring some real points. I do have to give you the Bench Stud of the Week award for having Isaac Redmond starting. Not sure what you were thinking there. Hasn't really done anything all year. Meanwhile, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis under bench with 28 points. So not sure what you're thinking. Maybe you're playing a hunch of some kind. But either way, he scored 188 points. Comfortable victory there for Virginia Vikings. Good job, Art. Now, another statement is you got beat by a girl. Talking smack on the message board. Although she did hedge a little bit with her smack talk. But she backed it up either way. Scored 180 points to defeat last year's champ Third and Long, who was looking real good up until this past week. So nice job, Sarah. 180 to 146 victory. Steady points all around. Obviously, Dwayne Bowe with that amazing catch. Scored a lot of points there. Roethlisberger had a nice bounce-back game. And you got Matt Castle on the bench, so you've got some options with Roethlisberger and Stafford at QB, and then you get a nice bench player, Matt Castle, who you can put in for bye weeks and injuries and stuff. So, big statement game by Sarah's team. She moves to 3-2. Third and Oolong moves to falls to 3-2. Had a decent amount of points there, but talk about bye weeks. Had Ray Rice, Santana Moss, Bradford, Redskins. Well, actually, some mediocre players now that I think about it, but a lot of players on byes. Scored a respectable 146 points, but Third and Long falls to 3-2. The other big story this week was the Cantonsville Cartel, also scoring in the 180s. Not only do they score 181, move to 3-2, but they also take over the league point total scoring from the Slim Aussies, who had a little bit of a down week. So, nice job, Cantonsville Cartel. Hopefully, they'll officially stop the whining. The unbelievable thing about the 181 points is that Kyle Orton had -1 point and was obviously benched for Tim Tebow. Smart move there, picking up Tim Tebow for future weeks. So that's something to think about going forward, because I don't see any other quarterbacks on your team. So the Cantonsville Cartel scored a lot of points, 24 from Vic. Javid Best had that one big run Monday night, got 29 points. Mike Wallace is a good player with 20. Wes Welker even had a little bit of a down day, scored 18 points. So Cantonsville Cartel looking good. Obviously moving forward, need Tim Tebow to replace Kyle Orton, because obviously Kyle Orton wasn't getting it done. But nonetheless, 181 points and putting the pressure on the Slim Aussies to move to 3-2. Unfortunately, the Chicago Travelers, who we all know have had tough injury luck this year, had to put Curtis Painter in, who actually got 22 points with Joe Flacco on a bye. So just a tough game for the Travelers, only scoring 112 points. Now we move on to the Slim Aussies. Now we have the better to be lucky than good game of the week. My team scored only 125 points, and I made a really, really dumb mistake that luckily didn't come back to haunt me. I had my field goal kicker on a bye week, and for some reason didn't notice it looked at my roster all week and somehow did not pick up on the fact that my kicker was on a bye week, so I didn't pick up a sub, and luckily it didn't hurt me. I get a 125-point victory over the Whalers, who just had a really tough week, only scoring 106. Mike Tolbert, Joseph Adai scoring in single digits. Let's see. Let's look at the bench. Maybe the Whalers had a bunch of bye. Anquan Bolden on a bye, so that obviously hurt. And Jason Witten a bye as well. So tough day for both the Slim Aussies and the Hartford Whalers, but the Slim Aussies do squeak out a win, 125-106 to move to 4-1. So even though I lost my total point lead for the year to the Cartel, I do have a game up with a 4-1 record. The only other game is another low-scoring affair. The Toy Soldiers get their second win of the year with a 129-107 victory over Ray Finkel's Kicking Academy. Ray Finkel's Kicking Academy has been up and down this year, so they're having trouble scoring points. They did have tons of people on a bye. They probably got hurt the worst by the bye. Tony Romo, Steven Jackson, Peyton Hillis, Brandon Marshall, Ravens D, all on bye. So for Ray Finkel, like I said earlier, get your guys out of the way, and probably better weeks ahead for your team now that a lot of your skill players are back from bye. So Toy Soldiers, nice job getting their second win of the year, 129-107. All right, let's take a quick look at the standings, and then I'm going to check out for the week. Like I said, Slim Aussies maintain a one-game lead in the Mish division with the Cantonsville Cartel and You Got Beat by a Girl both making big statements and keeping pace with a lot of points, and both moving to 3-2. Whalers fall to 2-3, and the Travelers, like I mentioned, fall to 1-4. Virginia Vikings, again, big statement there, moved to 5-0, only undefeated team in the league. Again, they beat the hapless Darth Taters, but they would have beaten anybody this week, so all props to you. Third Long with a very tough loss, failed to keep pace. They fall to 3-2. They're 2 games back. But Finkel's Kicking Academy and Toy Soldiers also 2-3. So Third Long still in good shape there. Obviously, Darth Taters holding up the rear with 0-5. And like I mentioned, Cantonsville Cartels now have the league high in points for the year, 871. Slim Aussies still respectable, 845 in second place, and Third Long with 816. So those are your top 3 scorers, but again, the standings are most important, and you have the Slim Aussies and the Virginia Vikings leading the respective divisions. So quickly, we'll move on to next week. Slim Aussies take on Third and Long. Just looking quickly to see if there's any tough match. Oh, here we go. Cantonsville Cartel. This should be the game of the week. Cartel versus the Vikings. Inter-division matchup there. And so that should be the game of the week. So hit the 8-minute mark on the blog, so let me sign off here. But good luck to everyone. Get through your bye weeks in good shape, and we'll see what happens. Good luck in week 6, everyone. Bye-bye.